What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Just a quick reminder before we get into the rest of the show. You do not want to miss out on getting those tickets to the Best Show on Earth tour. We cannot wait to see you there. Got tons of messages from all you girls that we cannot wait to meet and see at the shows. We are headed to Washington, D.C., October 23rd, Milwaukee, October 28th, Chicago, October 30th, Cincinnati, November 8th, and Philadelphia, December 9th. We cannot wait to see you guys there. Do not miss out on getting tickets. These shows are going to be fantastic. They're going to be the best shows on earth because that's what we bring to the damn table. We're going to have loads of fun. We can't wait to see you guys there. So make sure you buy those tickets. And when you buy those tickets, tag us, post on your story, tag us, let us know that we're going to be seeing your beautiful faces. All right, how we doing? Francesca, you're still in the Vineyard, and we're over here in New York City. How you doing?
Yes. Great. I want to say extra pushy to my Philly people to make sure we see you guys at our show, our holiday show. It's going to be a massive show. Really excited for it. I mean, if things keep going the way it's going, the Eagles are in a good rhythm right now. It's going to be early December. We're going to be feeling the love. Hopefully we keep it going. So I'm excited for that. But I am still up in the Vineyard. It was a great weekend. One of the best in a while. Just really could chill out. The weather was stunning. Just like,
Looks stunning.
oh my God, perfect. Lots of dog time. Got Lola and Olive, like a lot of swimming and walking and great food. And my dad made some great meal last night. And we went out to dinner. And Joe and I are we're really celebrating for like the next 2 weeks, to be quite honest, because it's like our anniversary, my birthday, his birthday are all at the same time. But we are up on the Vineyard. Obviously, this is where we got married last year. So being in the same place, we're like, oh, we'll celebrate. So we went out to dinner, just the two of us. Saturday night is like an early anniversary celebration. Then we got birthday, and then 21st is our actual anniversary, and Joe's birthday. So September is a busy month, lots of celebrating and fun with that. But it was really, really lovely. That's all I, don't have too much to say about it because it was just that nice.
Celebrations all around. September is a great month for you guys. Celebrations all around sounds fantastic.
Exactly. But I really want to hear about you two because you had what seems to be quite the weekend together.
Now, my little bro, we have a lot of memories to be made this past weekend. We made up after our debacle on the last episode where he continuously just ignores everything I say, but we're moving past it because we danced our asses off Thursday night. We went to the Capezio flagship store in Times Square where Monica there taught us how to do a hip hop dance. It was about like an hour. So honestly, for like really only having about an hour, I would say we did a good job learning that dance. That was no beginner hip hop. Okay. There was some tricky little footwork in there. And I would say, you know what, Noah? I was impressed. And I think that we did a good, if we had multiple days,
if this was Dancing with the Stars. If
this was Dancing with the Stars, by the end of the week, by the end of the week of rehearsing, we'd fucking crush it,
No, I was like messing up these moves and just trying to remember them. And I'd be like, how many more seconds of this dance do we have? And we were only like 5 seconds in out of 20. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to get this.
And you know what? You pulled it off though. Yeah. And we did have a great time. I will say we were like profusely sweating at one point. We were like dripping sweat.
We wanted to wear the hoodies because that's like the cool hip hop thing to do. Yeah. But when we were really in like the heart of the practicing and learning, we had to take them off.
Had to put the hair up.
And that's why I was like, wait, are we now like if we get it, we're using this as a take? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm putting the hoodie back on.
Yeah, needed the hoodie.
How long do you guys think you had to really to learn
an hour? Like
it was just 1 hour.
Yeah.
Like really,
like a little over an hour,
no,
maybe.
because we didn't start till like 8:30, 8:40, and we finished around 9:40. So it was really only an hour, which I think if we had more time or more days, we would crush it. Like, I think we all know the dance by now. If we all just practice in our own time and then throw it together one more time, we could really crush it.
You guys looked for 1 hour. I was very impressed, I have to say.
Thank you.
I even said, even with you, Noah, I was pretty impressed for that level of choreography, because she did not take it easy on you guys.
No.
Like, I really like that was a lot. Rhea, you crushed it, but like, I knew you were gonna crush it. Like, I had all the confidence in you anyway, and I feel like the guys really tried their best. Between Matt and Noah, who do you think struggled learning it more?
No,
I mean, yeah, definitely.
And I'm not just. I would be honest and say, there was Matt.
Yeah, I know.
There was one part where Noah like really just could not get it, and honestly we spent a good chunk of our time on this one part. There
was a jumping part, and for some reason I was just jumping like really far backwards,
and then also
and, like,
he couldn't like figure out where to put his feet, and we spent a good chunk of time on that, where I was like, all right, let's just move on and honestly just pretend like you know what you're doing, and no one's gonna pick up on the fact that you don't, you don't gotta get it down pat. We're all doing the video together, because it was taking up a good amount of time. And I was like, all right, but fair enough. Like, it was a confusing move. It was not beginner hip hop in my opinion. So, but it was a lot of fun.
They like really like
they did.
They had they printed out the list, like giant frame.
Yeah,
they had like a thing that said like welcome Rhea and Noah. Like,
it was a big thing. There was a charcuterie board. There was cookies,
and the cookies had like the number 8 like candle kind of things, and then they had like 30 plates.
Yeah,
really?
They had like happy birthday Noah. Like, it was really, they did such a nice job. It was really well done for Noah. I was like, this is so nice.
Marty and I went to Applebee's right before to loosen up.
Yeah, they had a couple. Noah and I had a drink here at the studio.
While we were watching
music videos of people dancing, specifically "Hot in Here" by Nelly. Now, that wouldn't have been my first choice of song. I requested 5 different songs before we got to that one, before I learned that Noah just really wanted a basic song. So then we got to "Hot in Here" by Nelly, which, it's a classic. It's a little basic, but it hits every time. And we thought, since it was a little slower, that the dance moves would be slower. No, that wasn't the case. So we had one drink here, and then we went, and Matt was working before that, so he couldn't have a drink with us. So then we got there, and Noah was like, should we have more drinks?
I
Whatever.
was really just I need to.
And then I was like, you guys do your thing. Like, I want to focus. Like, no shock that I was taking it very seriously. It was like, I don't want to have too many drinks. I want to learn the dance. So we had a lot of fun though. I really think that, honestly, if you haven't seen the video, go watch it. It's collab between Noah and Matt. The reason we can't collab with Chicks in the Office on that video is because of music. Yeah. Because people were like, where's the big...
People were asking me about my own post too. They were like, what's the no collab? And I'm like,
can't because of the music. So, but we can collab on our personals. So we did that. So go watch it if you missed it. But I don't think you missed it, because my gosh, the engagement on that video said we got to dance more often.
It's a dance every month or something.
We got to do a dance all the time.
He almost didn't want to
post the full video.
Post the full video.
Oh well, no. That's not what I was saying. I wanted to post a full video. I just wanted to just get it all in one post
with other pictures. No, you got to post that shit. Look at that reel, But
that was definitely the right call. I got multiple texts and messages from people after the video came out that said, "Thank God you didn't try to do that with them." And I said, "You're so right. You're so right."
Yeah, this was a hard no from you. You were like,
it was. You got to know your limits, and
you would have thought. I would have thought that I would have said the same thing.
You never know.
Well, once again, your list, Noah. You are pushing yourself. Maybe if it was a list of my own, that's fine. Maybe I would try it. Not at that. I just wouldn't do it. I could not. I actually could not do it. Is the problem.
But you want to be on Dancing with the Stars.
I never said I want to be on Dancing with the Stars.
I would
like to. I normally clarify that I would actually prefer to host Dancing with the Stars. If it was offered to me, I would certainly not say no, but I would be an early exit. And I would need like a week 1. I don't know, something where I'm just propped up the whole time. Where he can just kind of carry me around.
I do feel like hip hop is like pretty tough.
I would love to be on Dancing with the Stars, like actually dancing. I might start going to just there's these hip hop workout classes near me. I might start going once a week. I love the, like, I love a little outlet, a hobby, like that, where it's like, I love to dance. Why not?
It does look like there's a lot of fun dance exercise classes.
Yeah, no one's stopping me from doing that. So who knows? Maybe we'll dance together more often. But then, lovely weekend as well. Friday, hung out with my girls, Emma and Julie from Comments by Celebs. If you know them, you love them. They are the absolute best. We had just a great day together. They came to Jersey City, and it was so funny because they like never spend time in Jersey City or Hoboken, and I took them around both Hoboken and Jersey City, and they were like, oh my God, like we feel like we're in a whole new world. Like we had no idea that any of this existed. It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Which was great. And then Saturday, Noah again, we all went to dinner and we went out after, and yeah, it was a great time.
I was hoping they'd play hot in here. In the club. So
they didn't
show off the dance.
Yeah, but we were dancing our hearts out again at the club. So Saturday night was loads of fun. We had great food, dancing, and it was a late night for your girl. Like I don't do that often anymore. A late night like that, like 4 or 5 in the morning, like. It's a lot on the body, and
you did stay there later than I would have thought you would.
Yeah, we didn't get home till like 4 a.m, and I said, well, dang, I got to get some Burger King now, and it literally didn't leave my mind. I said, I literally have to get Burger King. It just wouldn't leave, and
why Burger King?
I just couldn't stop thinking about that original chicken sandwich. This sounds like an ad. It's not. I think that the original chicken sandwich on that menu is one of my favorite fast food menu items. It is spectacular. It's really good. It is spectacular.
I feel like that's never in the chicken sandwich conversation.
And you know who always brings it up? I do, because it's not brought up really enough. So I just wouldn't leave my mind. I said, I have to have this. Didn't go to sleep till after 5. And, my day was wasted on Sunday because of freaking Saturday night, But it was a lot of fun. It was worth it. It was freaking worth it. We had a blast.
That sounds amazing. And it definitely did. You're like, and I just couldn't stop dreaming about that number 7 combo with the
the original chicken sandwich just wouldn't leave my brain. And I had to have it.
It was a must.
It was a must. And Sunday was, football's on.
Yeah.
I get my naps in, that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I did watch the new Miranda Cosgrove movie, The Wrong Paris. You would love it. I'll talk about a weekly watch report. Sorry, skipped ahead.
Wow, I'm excited to hear about it.
Friend.
Wait, I'm gonna. Is anybody watch? Like, it'd be nice if anybody watching my dog. I'm just seeing my dog walk around the yard on her own through the window. Okay, dog secured.
Dog secured.
Dog secured. I got her so much cute little merchandise from the Black Dog. I mean, you can only imagine. Come here. Look at her. Cute little rainbow collar.
That's so cute. That's perfect.
It has is rainbow, and it has little peace signs on it.
Oh, that is perfect. Oh my gosh.
I know.
So cute.
Thank you. I know. I was like, I wanted to go in and buy everything because now I'm like, that's just you.
It is.
But we have so much fun up here. But yeah, first time watching it sounds silly because she's obviously a dog, but first time having her in the room with us, all of us watching an Eagles game, which can be a lot because there's yelling, there's jumping, there's screaming. She was like, what is happening? She's like,
a lot going on.
Exactly. But no, Sunday was great. The Eagles played at 4:25. Close one. I appreciate you texting me.
I did. We won't say the text out loud, but I did text Fran.
Yeah, it was after that interception.
Yeah, it included some eagle emojis and some clown faces.
Yeah. Hey, your teams keep winning. Another great game for Buffalo.
Oh my God, I was nervous about my quarterback. Wait,
I know.
I didn't know.
He got his face smashed.
I know.
Bad.
I didn't know. On Sunday, I was like, that's my quarterback. That's my quarterback. And I was like, you know what? Like, it's so fun saying that. And Matt was like, oh, like Terrell Owens. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I thought that was just something people say about their quarterback, like about their team. Like, that's my quarterback. He was like, no, it's from a press conference that Terrell Owens did. Like, and he starts crying. We're like, that's my quarterback. I was like, I had no idea. I thought people just said, that's my quarterback, like, you know, for their team. I didn't know it came from that. I'm sure they said it regardless before that, but you learn something new every day. I also learned something else that I don't even know if I want to admit right now.
Uh-oh.
And this is a judgment-free zone?
Judgment-free.
Sure.
You say that until I get judged. I didn't realize each network had a different NFL song.
Oh, that's fair.
I've heard all different. I've heard them all. I told Matt I thought it was based on mood of the game, of which one they played. Like, I didn't realize which network. Like, I'm not looking which network the game's on. You know what I mean?
Rhea, I think that is actually completely fair because it's something where you could be like, every network has like 5 songs that they could play at any point.
Yes.
But really, I
thought it was just like
NFL on CBS has the, you know,
I thought it was like the time of day, mood of the game. Which one are we going with? And not the case.
Do you have a favorite?
Not off the top of my head. I would have to like look, you know, next to each one and then listen. Do you guys have a favorite? I do think that I think NFL. I do like the NFL and CBS.
Yeah,
I think probably. Yeah.
Wait, that's what.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do like study up again, and I'll let you guys know the next time. But yeah, it felt good to get that off my chest this weekend.
Yeah, but Josh Allen really did. He got his nose smashed. That's got to be worst case scenario. Like, you coming home to Haley, she's like, your face.
No, but like, it's like cute and rugged. You know what I mean? She's probably taking care of him and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know. His nose looked pretty bad.
It looked really bad.
I'm sure she loves him regardless and takes care of him. He's out there,
100%.
You know what I mean? Carrying the team. Shit.
Absolutely.
Let the guy be. Get off his back. It's my quarterback. That's my quarterback.
You know who he was talking about? Oh, quiz.
I forget. And, you know, Matt told me
He's
in the video.
He's an announcer now.
Remind me.
Tony Romo.
Yes. Yep. Got it. All right, moving on. Enough of that. Anyways, moving on into the rest of the show. We got some topics to cover. The Emmys were Sunday night. Chase Stokes and Kelsea Ballerini split out of nowhere. Nobody saw that coming after his fake-ass birthday post the day before. No, I'm just kidding. You know, it is confusing, though. Anyways, we also have the Lisa Barlow interview. Honestly, could have talked to Lisa for hours.
Lisa is one of one. Yes, truly. She is really like such a top tier housewife for me.
Really. Like
really
totally.
Is.
And we have the weekly watch report, so let's get into it. As your trusted destination for all things home, Wayfair's got everything you need to cozify your space this fall. From comfy recliners to warm bedding and autumn decor, Wayfair even has espresso makers, and you know I love my morning espresso now. Make it a double. They got espresso makers so you can make that latte at home, you know, the one you love, or just do a straight up espresso the way I love it as well. There's something for every style in every home. I got my dining room table from Wayfair. I got my big mirror from Wayfair. They really have it all, no matter your space or budget. They have their bedding, they got bath basics, they got seasonal home decor. Just place a nice order to spruce things up for the fall in my apartment. And Wayfair makes it easy to tackle your home goals. So cozify your space with Wayfair's curated collection of easy, affordable fall updates. From comfy recliners to cozy bedding and autumn decor, find it all for way less at wayfair.com. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. I want to start off with the hot news of the weekend, the Chase Stokes and Kelsea Ballerini breakup, because I think people were genuinely shocked by this, because only 2 days before the breakup announcement, Chase Stokes posted a birthday post for Kelsea Ballerini, and the caption read, Although you keep saying you're not excited for 32, I'd say I'm looking forward to more of this. Happy birthday, my love, with a heart emoji and a ton of pictures of them together. So, 12 to be exact.
Photos. 12 photos is a lot for someone that's like in the midst of a breakup.
1000%. And then on Sunday, they thought that this was going to get all wrapped up in the Emmys, talk.
It was
that
the right time to dump it.
Yeah, think they thought they were going to bury it. They didn't, because people are like, what the fuck happened? In the middle of that, they announced, they didn't announce it, but it was announced that they split after 3 years together. I think people are just like, what the hell happened? Because you post for her birthday and then all of a sudden you guys are split. Did you break up a day after her birthday and then all of a sudden it's announced? Or were you broken up when you posted the birthday post, which would be quite strange? And but I guess sometimes you got to do what you got to do if you don't want people to know yet. And they're like, yeah, but I don't understand that really. Because if they're broken up and you write that and you put all those pictures, I don't understand it. But maybe they're like, oh, it's her birthday. People are going to be questioning. We don't want it to come out. So I'll just throw this post up. Which I guess I don't understand, but the internet could be a wild place in that sense, where they're like, it's her birthday, he didn't post, they don't want people to know yet. Maybe they're still hashing it out. Maybe it's undecided if they're breaking up or not, so he still posted. That could be the case. But then it comes out that they're split. Neither of them have posted anything about the breakup, but their reps have confirmed that they broke up.
Yeah, which is how you want it out there. Like, Kelsey's rep isn't putting out this statement to people unless Kelsey is like gives the okay that they're gonna say that they're broken up. So I don't know. I think that they've kind of been on the rocks for a while and have tried to keep it on the down low. I've seen, I want to say, like, at least this summer, like fairly recently, I saw a lot of TikToks of people thinking that maybe they had split up. Just solely from, we haven't really seen them together as much. And then, like, on social media, there was little bits and pieces of them in other posts and things that they were like, oh, well, here they were together here, it's there. So who knows? It could have been something like that. And social media is so weird for celebrities, where it's like, even if they know that maybe they're on the rocks right now, they don't want the outside world to know that. So it's oh, put the happy birthday post up just in case we work things out, and then no one will question it because it'll just be normal. The fact that it was literally 2 days ago is kind of wild. That's like, and it's like, oh, you didn't see the writing on the wall then. And of course, if he didn't post for her birthday, I think everyone would have been like, oh, well, they broke up. Right. Which is what we're just confirming now anyway. But a source told people they're two adults who gave it their all and tried to do everything they could to make it work, but ultimately couldn't. It happens.
It's true. I mean, that's as true as it gets. It does happen. But I think that you're right when it comes to social media with like Hollywood couples and stuff. It's like they could have been taking a break. They could have and then decided, okay, they're taking a break, but we might get back together, so I'll post it. And then they decide, okay, we're actually not getting back together. We're just going to end this. So, sad to see. Love them together as a couple. I think
I'm sad for them.
We love seeing the behind the scenes of that. I root for Kelsea Ballerini to find the one for her because, she had that, that bad relationship before, started dating Chase, things were fantastic, and who knows where she may end up next. I saw, not like, hey, take some time for yourself. Don't just jump right into a new relationship. But I already saw people shipping her and Joe Jonas together.
I
was like, you know what?
I knew that was what you were going to say.
I already saw it, and I was like, we're not jumping.
Seen that at all. I have not seen that at all. And I was like, she's going to say Joe Jonas.
It's just what I've seen. Like, obviously, when somebody just breaks up, like, she's clearly still going to be, or whatever happened, maybe not. Maybe they've been, on the rocks for a while, so she could not be upset. But whatever. I saw people already being like, she did pop out the Jonas Brothers, maybe her and Joe Jonas. Which you don't want to automatically start being like, date this person. Like, let her have her time. And whenever she wants to get back out there, whenever Chase wants to get back out there, they do their thing. It seems like this just happened. So we can't start being like, go Jake Joe Jonas right now, you know?
Yeah.
We can't have that happen. If they all of a sudden start having a fling, that's fine. But we can't be rooting for that right away.
Right. There's just I feel like everybody's just rooting for Kelsey to keep her options open and to
Absolutely.
have fun. Because it did feel like, not that it was like a right away, but the Chase relationship seemed to get pretty serious pretty quickly. Yeah. And that just does, I mean, it is sad. It sucks when this happens. It sucks when it doesn't work out, and they clearly tried. I really thought that they were really such a great pairing. And it was very sad to see these news and to see the news. And I definitely was one that, like, when I saw these rumors on TikTok that they had like broken up or that they were on the rocks, whatever, I was like, no, like they'll make it work. Or I just thought it was kind of like TikTok being TikTok, but a lot of times when there's smoke, there's fire. So it's over for these two. And that's sad. That's sad.
It is over for these two. Did you see Nina Dobrev? She posted a TikTok just a couple of days before the split was announced. And it was something about like, a sound was like, a guy always has other women or whatever. So people were speculating that Shaun White may have cheated. But then reps came out and said there was no cheating that happened in their relationship. But people are still speculating because there was a comment that got a ton of likes on Dobrev's page that Shaun was seen out at the bar with a couple girls, and then Shaun White's friend threatened the girl to like put her phone away and not take pictures, and the girl was like, I was not taking pictures. So a lot of speculation there too.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I saw the TikToks, and then I've seen girls being like, Nina's in her Catherine Pierce era, like she's about to just like pop off. I was like basically just equating her to a character on the Vampire Diaries, which did kind of make me laugh for a second, just as like, that's not a real person, but
yeah. But did you see that Nina came out and spoke about the pay disparity with the Vampire Diaries, which is absolute bullshit.
Crazy.
And so insane that they would not pay her the same as her male counterparts. And then also the fact that she was playing like 4 characters at once. It wasn't like she was, and by the way, she deserves to get paid the same or more anyway for the part that she was playing. She was the main character. I know people like to say that, they were the main characters, but she was the main character. Yeah. And then on top of that, she played like 3 other characters. So she's out there playing 4 different characters on one show and can't get paid. So she left. I mean, the fact that they went through such lengths to not pay her what she deserved is so insane. Like, it's just crazy. It really is.
It really is. And at the time, like when I was watching it, you don't realize and you don't really know all the stories. And it's so true with so many other shows that becomes such a big factor because people freak out when like a character is killed off or something happens where you're like, oh my God, that just derailed the storyline completely that you were rooting for. But in reality, maybe there's these contract negotiations, they go poorly. The fact that she also wanted to come back for like multiple episodes for the final season, which would have been amazing, and they still wouldn't pay her. It's like, okay,
it's
now
insane.
The show is ending. We all know it's ending. At least it's like, and the fans are going to be so upset. This is what the fans would want. And the way, and even like, Julie Plec, the way that she would like to finish the story is to have her involved. I think, and she had to get involved and be like, go to the executives and be like, you need to pay her. We need her for like at least an episode for her to come back. And they still like wouldn't pay her what she deserved to come back and do like multiple episodes to finish out the series is crazy. Because to think of like what we could have gotten if they did that is just cruel. Like we could have could have been a whole different scenario, but instead we got freaking cheapos and they wouldn't pay Nina Dobrev for literally her show. So
it's such bullshit. It is so insane. Reading that, it was so disgusting. I'm like, damn, like you never know what these actors or actresses really are going through behind the scenes with their contracts. And like you said, like when people leave a show and you're like, I mean,
Yeah, you're
what
like,
the hell?
what the fuck? That
and
just
people
ruined
were
the
like,
show.
and people were mad at her at the time too, being like, she
Totally.
left the show, and it's like, well, this is what was happening behind the scenes. So good for her for speaking about it now, but that sucks that was happening. Like, that is just so shitty. While we're on the topic of television shows, the Emmys were Sunday night. We had some good winners out there, some shocking losses as well. The White Lotus went home with 0 awards. People were stunned by this because it had the world in a chokehold for like 7 weeks straight, and they left with nothing. But a lot of other great shows were rewarded. A lot of great actors were rewarded. Jean Smart and Hannah Einbinder both won for Hacks. I am such a Hacks stan, so I was so happy for the two of them.
I gotta watch this show.
You
Apparently
have to.
It's pretty good.
Wait, you've never watched Hacks?
No.
Oh, Hacks is fantastic. They also
Hacks is
announced
really funny.
that the
Last
fifth season will be their 5th and final season, and I'm okay with that. Let's wrap it up. But Hacks is like one of my favorites, and I'm so happy for the two of them. So deserved, like just amazing. On top of that, reality competition program, The Traitors won. And that's how you know we got good shit with The Traitors going on, because people were pumped about that as well. The Studio won comedy series, and the Studio was just fantastic. I hope that comes back. I think it will. I think the Studio will be a show that becomes a long-standing show. I think it'll have many seasons.
I was surprised that they weren't doing the whole like thank you Sal Saperstein bit in their speeches, but is it because that was Golden Globes in the show? I can't remember.
He was Golden Globes.
So maybe they were like, we'll save it for the Golden Globes. Or like,
yeah, I guess you never know. I mean, that would have been funny, but maybe they're saving it. The Pit won for drama series, and Noah Weil won for lead actor in a drama series, which we all love. The Pit, It was a good night for the TV shows that we enjoy.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. I was pumped for Noah Wyle. I thought that was so great that he won, and I feel like, and same with Catherine Lanassa as well for The Pit. She's fantastic in it. Maybe really excited for another season. Love seeing that celebrated. But you know what really, and Severance as well.
Severance as well won lead actress and supporting actor.
Yes, both amazing. I love that Britt did on her acceptance speech in her hand. It wrote, like, on the back side of it, it was written, "Let me out," on the back side of it. So people were freaking out because they were like, oh, that's such a good call to the innie outie thing. Like, here she is accepting the speech, but it said literally like, "Let me out" on the back of the page. And yeah, Severance was really a good season. And I'm glad she won for it too, because she really is so good. And I think Tremel Tillman as well was fantastic in Severance. So
I haven't watched. I mean, maybe I'll catch up at some point.
yeah. You know what
I don't know. I feel like I'm out on it now. Like, I feel like
join in. It's not that many episodes.
Really? You really
I feel
can
like
jump
I'm
in.
like an hour.
There's another season coming, so
Yeah, I only jumped in before this season. Like, I didn't watch before that. So
But remember, Noah was like ripping it apart this past season, so it like didn't.
Don't let me stop you. I'm in the minority.
And also, yeah, like a lot of times, no offense, Noah, like when he really doesn't like something, I'm like, it makes me want to watch it more. Like,
it makes me want to like it more.
I just think like, and I don't know. We have
I have to tell for myself.
I'll be the first to say
exactly.
that finale of season 2 was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I just throughout the whole season I wasn't loving it as much, but
yeah.
Kristen Milioti also won for The Penguin, which was so good, and she was incredible. So that was amazing.
I was so happy for her, and she was so excited. I think that she was nominated across multiple award shows for this role, right? And didn't get it and didn't win the award. So clearly she was ecstatic to win this one. She was so good in that. The one thing we didn't watch, or at least you and I did not watch, I don't think you watched it. I know Noah watched it, but we didn't watch Adolescence. They won a lot too.
That's a classic. Like you knew that was gonna win. Like when they do the one take thing, and like because that each episode is one single take where you're like, they're gonna win for acting in this.
Right.
I mean, that kid obviously deserved to win. Like,
he was so cute.
He's cool. He's cooler than me.
Yeah.
Why is this kid so cool?
That kid was so, and he was. Anytime, like he's 15 and he's up, he's like, 3 years ago I was a no one. 3 years ago you were 12. Like you were like,
wait, did you see the video from the day before where his favorite actor in the whole world is Jake Gyllenhaal, and like him saying like in every interview like, I just want to meet Jake Gyllenhaal, like blah blah blah, like going on, and they like set up this whole fake interview for him like leading up to the Emmys. It was just all fake, and then Jake Gyllenhaal just walked in the room. Like, so funny.
Oh, that's so nice.
That was a really cute video, and he said that he had a friend that gave him like a little trinket, like it was a little lucky duck, like little trinket before he won an Oscar, he said. And he got one made for him so that he could have it for the Emmys, which was really, really cute. And he was so fired up. And then he won, which was absolutely, absolutely adorable. I love seeing all those people celebrate with their families from adolescence. And yeah, that was another one that I remember Noah watching and being like, yeah, it was good, but like,
no, I said it was really good. I just said it was like incredibly depressing.
Yeah, you did 1,000%.
Yeah.
You were like, it's really
like
good.
it's like really heavy.
Yeah,
right. Which is why when you said that, I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that, which is fair, but it's
only 4 episodes, so I would say like it's worth the watch, but just go in knowing that it's.
Yeah, it took a lot of awards. They had a Law and Order moment in the show.
Yes.
They had a Gilmore Girls moment in the show. We're getting close, Rhea. We're getting close to the time where I think you should start Gilmore Girls.
Well, I think I'm going to start Gilmore Girls. We've not announced any of this and have not talked about it on the podcast, but we are taking a very long flight somewhere soon. And I was thinking, well, man, I'm going to have a lot of time to watch Gilmore Girls. Do you think bad idea or a good idea for that?
I think good idea.
Good idea?
I think good idea.
Because I was thinking to myself, I needed to pick a show.
Yeah.
And
I would say maybe start
it so that I can get into it and then have more to watch on the
start it at home so you can be cozy and like enjoy that setting of starting it. And then it is good then you can like continue to watch it as we travel.
Right, because then I'll be locked in and I'll be like, wait, I need to watch. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. What did you guys think of Nate Bargatze was
I actually really liked him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As the host.
Yeah.
And I don't know him that well.
Yeah,
I
can't say that I love his stand-up because I've tried to watch, like, I wouldn't say I don't like it, but it's not like my favorite kind of stand-up.
The SNL is honestly the only reason I like have ever seen him.
Yeah, but people love him.
I mean, that opening bit is always funny, though, like the SNL thing that they did. But I thought he was funny. The whole money thing was very funny to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good to kind of have like one bit running the whole show. I felt like that kind of like keeps it connected. But at the same time, like towards the end, you kind of know it's a gimmick, right? Like, they're not.
You know that he's just going to like donate a ton of money.
Yeah. You know that it's obviously going to be kind of a bit situation because you're like, oh, you're really not going to. Because then at the same time, not that I am like, I don't really have that strong of an opinion on it, but it is funny. It is like the funny, oh, people talk too long and it goes on, ha, like wrap it up. But at the same time, so much of the show, I'm like, let the people who win speak and maybe cut down on the presenters having bits that aren't funny.
I agree with that. I agree.
Like I get it, but at the same time you have presenters going 2-3 minutes and you're like, all right, like let's get to the award.
Right.
And then the person that wins runs up there and they're like, thank you. I guess I need to be quick. And then they just like run away and you're like, oh, like that kind of sucks.
Right.
They didn't get to really enjoy the full moment or maybe thank everybody that they wanted to thank. They just wanted a massive award. Like, at least let them have the time that they want to have the stage. Like, I think Jennifer Coolidge is hysterical and she is so funny. And when she hit the punchline of her joke, it was very funny. but it was a little bit of a journey to get to it.
Yeah.
That you're like, okay, this is going just a little, and some of them are really funny. Like, oh, Olive, can hear her. But like Ray Romano and Brad Garrett, that was very funny. Their back and forth was very funny. Sometimes it's great, and of course, and then sometimes it like lands flat, where even the presenter has to be like, that one didn't. That one didn't hit. Like the writers didn't hit that one.
No, sometimes they're reading off the prompt, and you're like, okay, moving on. Like
So it's like I got the whole joke of it, and it was funny, and it made sense, and it was a continuing bit throughout the show. But at the same time, I feel like there's people that got up there that may never have this opportunity again, and they're like, oh shit, I guess I have to be under 45 seconds.
Right. No, I agree with that. Let's talk about a little bit of the fashion of the night. I thought Kristen Bell looked so good. That was a standout for me. Kristen Bell looked amazing. Who was a standout for you? I mean, I thought Malin Ackerman and Brittany Snow, they also looked really good.
Brittany Snow's pink dress I thought was gorgeous. I loved Selena Gomez. I loved that red dress. I thought she looked stunning.
Yes.
And normally not my, like, I normally am not like a classic look, is normally what I lean more towards. But like Jenna Ortega's,
that's what I'm looking at right now.
So sick.
It was like so cool.
It was so cool. I really, really loved that. And I also loved Lisa's. That dress was like a work of art. That pink dress, like it looked like water, like flowing water. It was really, I thought that was stunning.
So good. Yeah. Jenna Ortega's, I mean, just, it was insane. It was so sick. So cool. I thought Megan Fahey looked stunning as well. I think she always looks stunning. I thought that the carpet was good. I thought, no, I didn't see any and go,
No, I know that. I totally agree.
I loved Hunter Schafer's dress as well.
Gorgeous.
Like the silhouette, the coloring.
Some good reds, yeah. Good reds.
I thought that was stunning.
Classic.
And yeah, I thought it was a good carpet. I thought everyone looked gorgeous.
I know. Selena and Benny looked really happy together. We may be approaching wedding time, so people say. The rumors are swirling that the wedding is sometime soon. So that was really cute. And I guess Selena everyone's saying that she caught Martin Short was on his phone and there's a video of it and he's texting and it looks like Selena kind of looks over to see what he's doing and then looks over at Benny and says, oh, like Martin's texting Meryl or like Martin, whatever. It's like, which is so cute.
So cute. And that's why he ignored me last week. He didn't want Meryl to get jealous. I get it. But that is just adorable. But yeah, I think Selena Gomez, the sources were saying she's getting married at the end of September. Then she did Amy Poehler's podcast and they did a TikTok to, September, the song. So I thought maybe it's next weekend, this upcoming weekend. You never know. Or the weekend after that would be like the total end of September. So we shall see.
We shall see. But I bet it's soon.
I bet it is soon.
Yeah.
All right. That wraps up the topics, but we will get into the weekly watch report.
Let me tell you about the award-winning #1 dry shampoo brand. It's the #1 in the US and #1 in the world, Batiste. You can instantly refresh your hair with Batiste Dry Shampoo. It absorbs the oil and grease for a cleaner looking and feeling hair with added volume and texture. It's great on your hair and easy on your wallet, so you can get that blowout look without the blowout price. Batiste works better than the next leading competitor and brands that cost up to 2 times more. It's a cult classic for a reason. All hair types are welcome. The Batiste Dry Shampoo is fantastic when you're on the go. Maybe you get a little travel size, throw it in your bag. If you are someone that goes to the gym in the morning, you just wash your hair the day before, you want to bring your hair back to life, the Batiste Dry Shampoo has you covered. Perfect for travel, making sure that blowout lasts a couple extra days. You can buy the Batiste Dry Shampoo online or in-store at your nearest retailer.
All right, let's get into the weekly watch report where we talk about the things we watched this week. Weekly watch report on Monday, weekly watch report on Monday, weekly watch report on Monday, weekly watch report on Monday. All right, I watched The Wrong Paris, the new Miranda Cosgrove movie.
I don't know anything about this. Is it a rom-com?
Yes, it totally is. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm not going to lie. I put it on.
What's it on?
It's on Netflix.
Oh, shit.
And it's number 1 right now. And
oh, shit.
It is a rom-com, and it is about this girl from a small town in Texas who enters to be on sort of like a reality show like The Bachelor. Like it's called The Honey Pot, but it's literally just The Bachelor. And she thinks it's set in Paris, France. And that's what everyone who is joining the show thinks. It's in Paris, France. And she wants to go to Paris for art school. So she thinks this is her way in. And she ends up getting on the show. And then it's like, actually, you're going to Paris, Texas, which is only 40 minutes down the road from her small town. And it's a reality. It's like they show the reality show competitions. This one wins a date with this guy. This one wins a date with this guy. You win money. It's a whole thing. It's very cute. And she had met the Bachelor, the Honey Pot, only a couple weeks prior to filming at a bar. She randomly. So then he shows up as the Honey Pot, and she's like, oh, it's this guy. It's a little back and forth. And it was cute. It's short, probably like an hour and a half movie, maybe a little longer than that. And I thoroughly enjoyed my time watching it, and you will thoroughly enjoy your time watching it. I know for a fact. I know you.
My God, that sounds right up my alley.
No, you will love this. You will love it. Cute cowboy lead, like you'll eat it up. Madison Pettis is in it, playing like the villain, so to speak. Ooh. Really, just. It was top notch for me. I'll give it a B+. Great. I enjoyed my time. I thought it was really cute.
Oh, I'm putting that on my list this week for sure.
Yes, you'll love. You will love. Then I watched the Charlie Sheen documentary, aka Charlie Sheen. Wowza, Charlie. We knew Charlie Sheen was, not so. And we got all the behind the scenes about his life, some of which we knew already, some in which we didn't know already. And you know what? He got up there and he was very honest about everything that he has done and has been through. And, it's a lot. It is a lot. Denise Richards was in it. Obviously, Denise Richards is one of Charlie Sheen's ex-wives. He has many, but one of his ex-wives, he has kids with her, and she was in it. And obviously very sad, talking about their divorce and all the ups and downs of that. And, all of, his addictions and drugs and alcohol and, just a lot. I thought it was really good though. That it was very, very good. I will give that an A-. I thought it was good. It was long though, 2 parts, but it had to include everything. So I will give that an A-. Loving a good documentary these days.
It was really good. Like, I think that whole setup was something that they probably something he needed to do. Just very cathartic to get all that off his chest and kind of clear things up and talk about these things that were going on at the time. And we were, young enough during the whole like winning stage of his life that I don't think I fully grasped everything that was going on. It's shocking that he is, alive from everything that he, put his body through, and everything that he did is really pretty crazy. And I thought Denise also was great because it's just a little bit of an insight of all the things that she was doing even after they got divorced, even after all the things that she was involved in. What do you think Nicolas Cage is thinking? Like, hey, man.
Let me tell you.
Wish I wasn't in this so much.
1000% had the same exact thought. I said to Matt out loud, I said, you think Nicolas Cage wanted some of these stories out there? But then it flashed to Nicolas Cage telling one of the stories on a talk show. So I didn't know a lot about Nicolas Cage. But Charlie Sheen kind of he was Nicolas Cage seemed to be the gateway to everything that went on. Not actually, but there was a lot of stuff that played a part. But yeah, he really I mean, him talking about, smoking crack for the first time and getting a blowjob at the same time. I said, yeah, I mean, wow, you throw that combination together. That's going to do something to a person, I would imagine.
Yeah. The ice cube up his ass.
Yeah, throwing the ice cube up his ass. And, it's crazy. By the time my parents got to me, I'm the youngest and I'm the third, I think they didn't, it wasn't like anything was on the TV and they're like, you can't watch this. Like, I remember sitting on the couch and watching 2.5 Men when my parents were watching 2.5 Men. And I was young. And I remember finding out that Charlie Sheen was sort of like his character and I was stunned. I was like, oh my, what do you mean Charlie Sheen is like almost playing himself? Oh, I clutched my pearls as whatever age I was, 8 or years old or whatever. Oh, and then after that, it was just, all the, like you said, the winning, and he was online and, a lot on social media and all that. So it is really a roller coaster of a documentary and very, very interesting. And, he doesn't hide from who he is. He's just out there talking about it all. So
I hope he continues to repair his relationship with his kids, because I know that like Lola is in it and agreed to it. But I know there's been like some online drama between like the sisters, and they're kind of at that age. And Sammy posted a TikTok of her watching it and like crying and being like, oh, I didn't know he got sober for us. And just these things that, she said it was a great documentary, like something to watch. So it seems like maybe she learned a lot, obviously, that she didn't know. Because I think they have maybe not had the greatest, Sammy and him have not had the greatest relationship for a little bit of time now. So you just hope that maybe this whole thing was like a healing process for a lot of them.
Definitely. So that was very good, and I recommend people watching it. It was very crazy. Then I watched Stalking Samantha, 13 Years of Terror on Hulu. It's a 3-part, like true crime documentary, and it talks about Samantha, who was stalked by this man for over a decade of her life, and it's insane. Obviously, it's very, very wild. Watched all 3 parts. I will give that. It's always like you're grading like something about this woman who was stalked, but I'll give it a B+. I thought it was incredibly interesting, and sometimes you hear these stories in documentary, you're like, how did I not hear about this? But that was wild, very, very, very wild.
I don't know. I don't know.
He was, he was just obsessed, and went through extreme lengths, and kidnapped her, trapped her. It's a lot. It is a lot. And then Summer I Turned Pretty, second to last episode. Last episode will be this week. I grade this episode a B. It was probably my least favorite of the bunch of all the episodes this season. Some people loved it, some people didn't. I'm excited for the finale. I think hopefully we will be fed and happy. And
I hope so.
We talked about this last week, so not much more to say about that. But that is everything new that I watched. We've been watching King of Queens before about every night, but that's just rewatch. Yeah. So
you sure have. Reason bringing up King of Queens any chance you can get.
Friends, like, what's with all the King of Queens references? I'm like, we're watching before about every night.
No, she FaceTimed me over I actually asked her, I was like, is this a bit? Like, is this like a...
Yes. Well, I FaceTimed you.
I was like, are you doing a bit about King of Queens? That's like, how many times can I mention King of Queens before friends? Like, why are you talking about King of Queens so much?
Yeah, I FaceTimed you when I was with Emma and Julie because we were talking about my nails, and... Gotta be honest, I gotta get them redone. They're all different shapes and sizes, and we're just gonna move past that. But I forgot why I brought up King of Queens again, and you literally stopped the face. You were like, "I'm sorry, is this a bit?"
Talking about talking with your hands again, and then you talking about King of Queens.
I was like, "This is not a bit."
Funny, because I actually had a King of Queens question in trivia last week, and then I took it out because I'm like, that's like too niche. They're not gonna know. Like,
what was it?
I'll save it.
All right. Yes, let me know. All right, that's everything I watched.
I will give the Summer I Turned Pretty episode a B plus. I think we're working our way there. I like to see the progress everybody is making, where everybody is. And I liked the stuff in Paris, even though I am optimistic about the final episode, but we
Me
shall
too.
see. I watched. I'll give the Charlie Sheen doc an A minus as well. I thought it was really good. Uh, I watched Naked Gun, the Liam Neeson new
Oh,
one
yep.
last week. You can rent it now or whatever. So it was funny. It's, classic slapstick comedy, like
Hmm.
stupid comedy that like you don't really have to think too hard, but you're laughing because it's silly.
Yeah.
Which I think is what everyone expects from a
So did you
from a
think Liam
Naked Gun
Neeson was
movie.
good in it?
I
Because
thought he was great.
yeah, I did. I forget who, but I saw like some podcast or something talking about like if this was Steve Martin instead of like it would have been better if it was like a funnier guy. But I don't know if that's the case. I have seen like mostly people liking it. So
I get that, but I also think it would have been too like
yeah,
it's like the it's such stupid like I can't I know it's a bad word to use, but it's just like
Silly.
silly, it's silly. So it's like if you if you put an even sillier guy into it, I don't know if it would go like way too
yeah.
out of the realm, but um, I'll give it a B. Like I thought it was funny. It's just like it's not necessarily my typical genre of like my
Hmm.
favorite stuff, but it was good. I thought Pamela Anderson was fantastic. Apparently, they really were never dating. We never talked about that, but
Wait, they were never
yeah,
dating?
apparently they were never dating. There was an article came out
But then
maybe last weekend.
like said in one of those speeches that she would never like fake a relationship.
I I'm just saying that when
Like
was that?
that was like after that report came out, and she didn't like directly say it, but it was pretty obvious that she was talking about like she's like I would never fake a relationship for anything. Like I take
Okay,
my,
so maybe
but I don't know. Like
maybe not. I don't know.
Huh.
Oh yeah, Pamela Anderson seemingly shuts down PR stunt claims about her Liam Neeson romance rumors. Because 2 weeks ago, a TMZ article came out that said Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson relationship was PR stunt from this start.
Hmm.
Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ the whole Pam and Liam love fest was cooked up by their PR teams in Paramount.
I feel like they're too old to be faking a relationship for views.
I mean,
Like
I would think so
I
too. So
agree.
I would think so too. Um, this article is posted this morning that Pamela Anderson's sons are worried about her relationship with him. They believe the relationship with Liam could leave her heartbroken, says source. Damn.
Damn. Hmm.
So I don't really know. I mean, we're getting a lot of mixed reports on what was going on between the two of them. I watched the first episode of part two of season two of Wednesday. I have to finish it still. I really like Wednesday.
Viewership dropped like by 50% or
I
40%.
saw
Did you
that.
see that?
I saw that, and you know what? Sorry to like. I really think doing the whole splitting up a season in two parts like that is annoying. Like I was so excited to watch part one and watched it immediately when it was released. And then, I mean, I was like excited to watch these ones, but it just kind of takes you out of it for a second because you're like, it's not that far away. It was maybe 3 weeks ago, but I'm still kind of thinking, wait, what happened again in the episodes I
Hmm.
watched, trying to remind myself. And it's like, oh, do you just wait to watch it all together? I'm sure some people probably don't even watch the first part. They're like, oh, I'll just wait for the second part to come out and then we'll start it from the beginning. I think it's kind of a stupid release strategy. I don't really like when they do that when it's especially when it's so close, like it's a weird amount of time. They do it like 3 weeks to a month in between. Just put it all out so we can watch it. And then it's like poorly advertised. So I don't even
Hmm.
know if people may think, oh, part one came out. Now we got to wait months and months for the rest of it. But it's like, oh, I don't really even know if people knew that part two was coming out. I barely saw people talking about it.
Hmm.
So I feel like that's kind of a big thing with that too. But I think it's technically episode five. Um, I'll give a B plus. I think Wednesday's a fantastic show. So and it's maybe like dropped off a little bit from the first season, but nothing crazy, at least in my opinion. I caught up on Real Houses of Miami. Was exactly what I needed. Like just putting on a housewife show, something silly, and they're on their big they have been on their big cast trip to Spain, and the problems of like who gets to go on the private jet, who doesn't get to go on the private jet, who's Stephanie inviting onto the private jet. Why is Lisa still following Marcus Jordan? Why won't she just unfollow him? There's all like it's ridiculous. But there really are some, and then they're sitting down at these dinners making these comments. Sometimes Adriana just says things, and I'm like, whoa, that she really, I mean, think before you speak. It's shocking and freaks out. She can prime example of like wants to dish it but can't take it kind of situation, which I know a lot of housewives are like that, but I felt that majorly through these episodes. But I'm caught up. It's been good. It's been good TV. I'll give it I'll give it a solid B plus, like a good B plus. It's really very entertaining. And I think that is
You guys aren't watching the Amanda Knox thing anymore?
I
haven't.
I just haven't I haven't pressed play on the episode. I do want to grade the end of my life with the Walter boys, the last episode, D minus. Not gonna fully give it a full F, but the way they just gave us it's the same ending. So same ending, just unfortunate. And that's everything I watched.
I respect that.
I started the Mark Ruffalo show on HBO. That's like the new Sunday show. Task, it's called.
Yeah.
People are comparing it to Mayor of Easttown. It has that like vibe to it.
Ooh.
So far, I only watched one episode. I haven't watched the most recent one, but it's really good. Like, yeah, I would say like it's gonna probably turn into that.
All right, nice. We need to get on board before it gets.
He's like a detective, but he obviously is troubled.
Yes.
And just classic. And there's all these break-ins happening, and he needs to. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I'll give that an A minus.
Nice.
The summer arts are pretty. I'll give a B minus. It's I don't know why people have.
You're gonna say it's losing me?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's losing me, but like that's not like
there's only one episode. There's one episode left. You
but
know,
I'm
how
also
lost
like
did you
I don't
get?
know why you guys have such faith that like they're just gonna wrap it up nicely this week. Like the last two episodes, like I don't see that. And if it gets wrapped up, I just feel like it's gonna be so rushed.
Well, we'll see. Like we just gotta keep our minds
but
open.
It does
you know?
seem
Let us be optimistic. I can't see any more people on TikTok being like, surprise, there's going to be surprise. Like, people are so desperate that when they're saying there's going to be like multiple surprise episodes, I'm like, it's just not going to be that way. But
well, because I feel like it just doesn't make sense that like this show's going to be wrapped up in one episode.
This last episode, we'll see how they do it. You know, we can't say that it's not going to be wrapped up when we have not seen it.
It feels like, when you used to write like a birthday card or something, and at least this would happen to me, and I like don't know how much room I have, so by the end I'm like cramming everything at the end of the card. Like, because I'm like, oh fuck, I thought I had more room. That's what this feels like. It's like she thought she had more episodes than she did.
Well, don't say that just yet. We'll find out.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's a funny comparison though, for sure.
Okay, I watched the most recent Amanda Knox. This show, I really feel like I can't grade it because I don't love it. So I'll go on my phone, but then it's mostly in a different language. So then I'm not really like, I'm just listening to a different language. And then when I look up, I don't really know what's going on, if I'm being honest. But it's not like grabbing me.
So you're really not watching. I mean, you're not watching it. You don't know what's going on. They're speaking Italian. You don't know what they're saying.
Yeah. But I just feel like I have to keep watching it for some reason.
Because you started it, yeah.
But it's never grabbed me. Like even the whole like murder part and that whole like I just wasn't like loving it. So I'll give it a B minus. I don't know why, but yeah.
That's your grade.
I watched Weapons finally.
Okay, that is this week for me. I'm watching Weapons this week. I'm scared, so it has to be like not too late, but not too early. It's got to be like.
It's not like terrifying.
Like I think that's like an 8:30 p.m. movie. for me.
Yeah.
Maybe even 8. Maybe
even 8. We're like, yes, the sun just set.
It's getting darker. Unfortunately, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the sun is 7 p.m. We're done now.
I know you're not being the bearer of bad news. I've been seeing it. We all see what
no, I'm saying I mean a bearer of bad news that now the sun, when you see all the graphics are like the sun isn't going to set post 7 p.m. until whatever, March something 2026. You're like, oh,
when is daylight savings? Is that the next one?
Usually in October.
Normally October. It is.
Wait, when are they getting rid of that? Didn't they pass the law that like they're getting rid of it?
Oh, it's actually it's the first weekend of November.
Oh no,
it's Halloween weekend.
Okay. But yeah, Weapons was really good. Like I would say it definitely, like, people were hyping it up, obviously, but I say it lived up to the hype.
Did it? Ooh.
Yeah. And it isn't like, I mean, it's kind of creepy at points, but it's not. There aren't really any like jump scares or anything.
Really?
Like, maybe there's a couple, but like not really.
Okay.
It's more of like a mystery. I did see that originally Pedro Pascal was like cast to play the role that Josh Brolin played. Thank God he didn't. That would have ruined it. But Josh Brolin was really good. Pedro Pascal, like,
what with the ricochet shot to Pedro?
I'm just off that train. I just don't know. Like, I'm just off the train. And in any movie I see him in now, I'm like, it's Pedro Pascal. Like, it's not a character. I don't know. Maybe it's because The Last of Us. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. But I would highly recommend that. I'll give it an A. Like,
ooh,
really good.
Okay, I'm excited then.
And,
it's finally on streaming this past week. It happened.
Yeah, I got it on. Yeah. Which I kind of, while I was watching it, was like, I wish I saw this in theaters. But yeah, that was really good. And then I watched the first episode of this show, The Girlfriend.
I put that on last night, but it was late. It was about 11 p.m. And the jump scare right at the beginning, I said, no, it's too late for this. And then I shut it off.
Yeah. It's with Robin Wright.
Yeah.
And I don't know anyone else in it, but so far so good. Who is the girlfriend? What is her name? Because I've seen her before.
I looked this up last night. Now I'm blanking.
Because Olivia Cook.
Yes,
Olivia Cook.
Yes,
she's in House of Dragon.
Yes.
Oh, she's in House of Dragon. What was she in House of Dragon?
She's she's Allison Hightower.
But
was it
Noah said that? The way Noah said that, like he didn't believe me. Like
no.
Was it talk?
It's not that I don't believe you. It's just that I don't really remember the House of the Dragon. Like,
she's literally the main girl in House of Dragon.
You're right. I see her now.
Was it as scary as I thought it was going to be, or no?
I don't think it was scary at all. Like,
okay.
So,
well, you understand how I thought it maybe could be with the very beginning of the first episode.
No,
there was like
I might
a jump.
have missed that. Like, what was the jump that you're
Are
talking
you
about?
are you just on your phone all the time?
No,
when you're
I'm
watching?
not. I'm not.
Let me tell you, I don't think Noah's really watching anything.
It literally,
after watching him watch episodes of shows, I think we have to take some of his reviews with a grain of salt, because is he really watching the whole thing?
Well, it said psychological thriller, and then when I pressed play, it was like a loud noise, and then it started. So like I literally didn't get past 10 seconds because of the,
okay, then I must have been like
just not
in the kitchen or something. But it was like the credits you're talking about, like, or like not the credits.
It was the very beginning.
Credits.
All of a sudden, and Matt was like, "Yeah, no." Like,
really?
Okay. We both were like, "Wait, no." But I imagine the rest of the episode wasn't like that. I think it was just like
It's like it has like a tense vibe to it, but nothing like scary so far. But you kind of feel like you're going in that direction.
Maybe
like
we have different definitions of scary.
Yeah, I don't know what.
We probably have different definitions of scary.
Did you guys ever
watch?
What's
this on?
Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Did you ever watch that movie with Justin Long, Barbarian?
No.
No.
Oh, because I didn't realize, but that's the same director who directed Weapons.
Yes.
I forgot to say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll give The Girlfriend. I'll give it a B+. Like, so far, I'm just kind of want to see where this goes, because I don't really know what's going on, like, in the story.
From what I gather, it's like the mom and the girlfriend are going to be at.
Yeah, but it seems
butting
like
heads.
a lot deeper than that. Like, this girl something's up with her.
Yeah.
Is the whole season out, or is it?
It looks like the whole season's out.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Anything else?
That's all I got.
I forgot. I want to add to mine that I watched the first 3 episodes of The Paper.
Oh.
Just sort of like Joe and I like threw it on after we watched I think after we watched like Naked Gun or whatever, we're like, oh, let's just put something on. The Paper, which is like a new sort of, I guess, technically maybe spin-off, I guess you could call it, of The Office. Same kind of docu-series, mocu-series type setup. And it's cute, like nothing crazy. I can't say like I was, blown away right away. Anytime, I think a show like this is very hard, especially when it's like, oh, watch The Paper, but above The Office. People just expect it to be like just as good or just as funny as The Office. And it's just starting, so you really
Oscar's
don't know. It's like Oscar is in it, yes.
Is he a different
He's
character?
Oscar.
He's
No, he's Oscar.
Oh, okay.
Oscar is in it as Oscar. And I like the premise of it. I mean, it's like a failing newspaper. It's not even really failing. It's like a never been really newspaper trying to get like local news stories and things like that. And the woman from season 2 of White Lotus, the
Sabrina.
The Italian
Yes.
woman.
Yeah.
She's in it. She's fantastic. I think she is really very good, and she's got great comedic timing. So, yeah, watching that, it's fine. I give it a B. Like it's like, it's so far it's like cute. Maybe there's a couple little romance things. It's funny. It's
you chuckle here and there.
Yeah, but like when you watch The Office, you get so invested in the characters and things. You need time to build those things up. And half the time, I think with sitcoms too, especially, like if you look back and see what people say about most sitcoms, they're like, "Oh, you got to get to season 2 or 3. That's like when it really gets good," And so when you watch something the first season, it's hard to like fully dive right in because they gotta set you up into it a little bit. So. Keep watching that, but I forgot that I wanted to throw that in.
Yeah, they got to mesh together, but that's good to know. All right, that wraps everything we watched. DraftKings Casino has your playbook for gaming action all season long. Play thousands of popular slots for a shot at jackpots. Over $400 million has already been awarded. Matt is always streaming on the DraftKings Casino, and he is so much fun. He's winning. He's having a good time, and sometimes I like to pop in there and play as well. I love the DraftKings Casino on the app, and now new players get 500 spins on Huff and More Puff over 10 days. So download the app, use code CHICKS, and claim your spins after your first $5 wager. I love the DraftKings app. Love playing on the casino on there as well. So get in the game with DraftKings Casino, home of the largest jackpot win in online casino history. The crown is yours. All right, everyone, we are here with a very special guest. We are joined by Lisa Barlow here to talk about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City Season 6. It's coming back Tuesday, September 16th. We've seen the trailer. Very exciting. There's tears, there's fights, there's secrets. How are you feeling?
The trailer was so good. Once you live it, it's crazy to see like what actually makes the cut because there's so much. But I think the trailer was great. I think it's a weird season. It's definitely, while we were like filming it and hanging out, it felt so different. Like different from any other season.
Why do you think that is?
I mean, there's so many reasons. I just think like comfort level for like some of the newer girls in the friend group and just like evolution probably. Yeah. So it felt like very different.
Are you excited for the season to come out?
I don't know. I never am. I don't know if I get nervous.
What's the feelings and emotions right now?
This season I felt like personally, I love working and I have so many things outside of the show. And there's things that I didn't do before, like when we were filming, I would just like cut everything off and then resume after we wrapped. And I think this year I was like very focused on like what makes me happy, like what I do extraneously that's great. And, like I'm not even in the first episode because I was working in Austin for South by. And for me, like that just felt different because I usually am like done, drop everything. And this season I was like, I need a little more balance. I think with Jack leaving and like how it felt at home with just one child home, I just needed to like regroup personally. Right. But I think that's one factor for me. But I also think depth and dimension from others and like, you know, that I'm friends with on this, I think it's important that you have like more depth and dimension, and like that's very important to me. Like evolution.
Yeah. How did it go down with the rest of the cast that you weren't a part of the first episode?
Have you guys seen it?
Not yet, but I did read about it right before
we did see there were some thoughts.
Yeah, there was. I mean, I think they took it as an opportunity, if you had an issue with me, to like share that, which, you know, I've never done that to anyone. I feel like I like defend myself, but I'm like, I'm a Sag. I'm like, you can do whatever you want to do. And like, if it's affecting me, then I have an issue. But other than that, I don't really care. And I think it was interesting for me to watch it back and like, I'm like, wow, you guys like really took the opportunity to like have a little sesh without me. Yeah. There was, you know, I mean, I think Heather, Meredith, and Brittany like definitely had my back on that situation, which felt nice because I've never had that. So I'm like, this is amazing. But it was crazy. It felt different.
The friendship dynamics of your group are always changing. Like, I think more than any other Housewives franchise, every season, you don't know. It's like the friend groups completely change sometimes. And some people who were fighting the last season, now they're best friends the next season. How do you prepare, like going into filming a new season when maybe someone you were friends with last season, now all of a sudden you're not friends with anymore?
You know, it's such a weird dynamic on our show. I think some of it shifts organically. I grew up on the East Coast, and West Coast to East Coast is very different. Like loyalty, like how you handle friendships, how you are as a friend in friendships is so different. It's not about, like on the East Coast, I think it's like very, I mean, I'm just very generalizing here, but it's like a very, you know, your mom's friends from when you were a little kid, and you stay in touch with them. If they ever asked you for anything, you would do anything for them. And I think like it's real. And I think sometimes like in Utah, I feel like culturally it's more surface level. I've talked to a lot of my friends that grew up and were born and raised in Utah about like how they handle friendships, and like, you know, like I think culturally with, you know, the religion isn't such a big factor in Utah anymore like it used to be, you know, 25, 30 years ago. It's so different. It's not as impactful, I think, on culture. But they are raised to like tell people like smile and then stab you in the back. And that's been hard for me. Because like if I'm being your friend, I'm like, this is real for me. And so I think if you're faking a friendship or doing it for appearance, it's really hard. And like that's what I was saying, I want that depth and dimension, and sometimes that's hard to get. And I think that plays a role in how like the switch ups happen.
Well, it's so interesting, friend, the point that you brought up. We brought up the same point with the Mormon wives in Utah, and we said to them, like, it seems like every season the friendships are changing. Who you're best friends with is different than who you were best friends with last season. So it's sort of kind of like what you were saying with...
Oh, that's 100% appropriate for their show too.
Yeah, like maybe...
And how they can like switch it up and be like, oh my gosh, you just tried to wreck my life and now I'm your best friend.
Right,
you know,
and obviously generalizing, and not everybody's like that. But the similarities...
Is
Very
it a little
much
like
so.
passive aggressive, you think, how people handle like
Yeah,
conflict?
it's super passive aggressive. I have a girl that does my hair in Utah, and she like literally got into her feelings about it. And she was explaining like what she experienced growing up to me. And she sent me a quote, and she's like, it's very passive aggressive. And she's like, you know, it lacks that depth and dimension because it is fake and it's for appearance, not for like reality. And then they function that way. It's like, it feels like a little Stepfordy, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's different.
Do you think...
I could read her quote. It was like actually better than what I'm saying. Like way better. I should post it. I'll send it to you and you can post it. But it's a great quote of like how to explain that. But that would be hard for me too, you know?
Do you think people kind of play it up for the show as well, like that, like you're saying, that kind of Stepfordy
No, I think they feel like, I feel like Utah's like, when I went to school there a long time ago, I did a couple years there and then went back to New York. I went to a SUNY school in New York. And it was so hard for me because I feel like everything is about appearance, and in the way that it's like everyone's beautiful in Utah. People take amazing care of themselves. They're so pretty, and like, but not like a natural East Coast pretty. It's a different kind of pretty, but still beautiful. And I just feel like there's so much on like being the best singer dancer is a big thing.
Big.
Huge thing in Utah.
Stars.
Everyone on Dancing with the Stars is from Utah. And I feel like that's such a big thing. And I think it's hard because it's all based on outward instead of inward appearance. Like where when I was growing up, my mom's like, you better have straight A's and like focus on education. It's very different, and it's a cultural thing. I think it's shifting a little bit, but I think growing up there, I didn't grow up there, so I think for those that grew up there, and these are very generalized statements, but like I think it would be hard because you're not focusing on things that like make you like a better person, like in some ways, but in other ways you are, you know.
Now, talking so much about the East Coast and you being from New York, what brought you to Utah?
Oh my gosh, it's a long story. My family converted to Mormonism when I was in high school. And for me, it was like, oh my gosh, there's no Mormons here. It's like so different. I practiced the faith so differently. And then I was like, oh my gosh, it'd be so amazing to go to BYU because you see all these flyers and posters and, you know, like not so much on the internet back then, but like, you know, you saw all these things. And I was like, I really want to go to school there. I moved out to Utah to go to BYU, and I made the most amazing friends. Like I still have my same friend group that I had in college. Most of my friends were implants, like where they moved from California, Chicago, Boston. So like that became my core friend group. And so the first go around, like I was like, I love it here. It's so different. It's the desert. The weather's insane. Like we have 4 seasons, but it's not this like sweltering heat in the summer. It's like a dry heat and a dry cold in the winter. So that always keeps me staying there, like, cause it's so good. But I moved back to New York, and then I was like, you know what? I miss Utah. I'm gonna go back. But it's addictive. Like there's so many things about Utah that are easy. The state's evolved so much. It's a tech hub. So like now it used to be Silicon Valley. Now it's Silicon Slopes. Like all major tech companies I think are either in like Utah or Texas. There's so much going on. There's so much opportunity there. So I think that really keeps me there and my core friendships, which I have back here too. I have at both places.
What's it like now that, I mean, you guys kind of paved the way for it, but now reality TV has become such a huge thing out in Salt Lake City. I feel like we've gotten more and more shows that are being filmed out there. How has that kind of shifted the town at all? Has it had an effect?
I don't know if I feel it, but I get in a different zone. You know, there's like one zone here and then another zone where I'm like very involved in the community. And we always were. So like I've stayed that way. I like forget I'm on a show sometimes and someone will come up and say something and I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, what? Oh yeah, okay, I got it, you know, like bravo. But I feel like it has shifted some people's lives, but organically, I think Salt Lake is such a star on its own. The city, like what happens in Salt Lake, Park City, like I consider like Park City when we say Salt Lake, it's like all encompassing. But I just feel like there's so many cool things that have always happened there. Like, you know, like the Sundance Film Festival. There's so many feature films filmed there. Like Yellowstone started there. Like there's so many cool things that are always happening that I think it's fun for people to be like, oh my gosh, it's showcasing my faith or my state or my city or my friend. So I think that's really fun.
Yeah.
But I think Utah's always been underground cool.
Yeah. And now everybody's just watching it on TV. So
I know. I was like, don't move here. We're full.
Yeah, seriously. You guys have brought in some new players in the cast in the last couple seasons, and I think with some Bravo shows, sometimes it feels like, oh, they're saying they knew each other, but maybe they didn't really know each other. But it feels like on Salt Lake City, the new people who have come in, there have been real connections, whether it's like you with Angie and people have come in. How have you felt like a shift when new people come in that you knew in real life previously and now they're on the show? Because I know things with Angie have taken a turn.
I mean, I don't have a great track record of bringing people in and having it be great. You know, when I, like, no matter what's said in the press, I helped bring the show to Utah. Michaeline Babich was amazing. She did Next Gen. I had been introduced to her multiple times through text, email. When I would be in LA for a project, everyone would say, oh, you have to meet up with Michaeline. One of my best friends was a consummate in that. And it was really unique to bring Salt Lake to, the franchise to Utah. And it didn't start off like, I think I knew it was going to be a housewife show, but it started off like more women in business. And I think there were organic connections. So like me with Heather, my best friend who I'm very close with, all my friends, like when I say I'm friends with my friends from college, I am so close with them. So my friend Angela Peterson was like, you have to meet my friend Heather. She's so fun and funny. Will you help her out and maybe help her brand be at Sundance? So like that happened. And that's like, like 2017-ish. No, actually in 2017. Yeah. And so that's like an organic connection. And we have someone that we love that's connecting us because she was also good friends with Heather. So I think like those connections happened organically and have been great for the show. It's interesting when, you have someone's back relentlessly and you're like fighting for them like it's your life and you're like, like blood's on the line and then they like stab you in the back. That's like hard. That's really hard, and that's where my sad side comes in where I'm like, okay, I'll take it and take it. And then, but if you want me to end it, it's not going to be good. I have to temper myself. I think you learn to do that. Because you're like, do I want this over forever or like for now?
Right. Yeah. Right. No, that's true. I mean, do you think that's happened a little with Angie? Because it really, and even just from the trailer, it seems like things are not great.
I mean, it's so, like Angie does things that are like, I think for a boom moment, like so demeaning. And I think it's hard when you can dish, but you can't take, right? Like if you're going to say something nasty, like you got to be okay with it when it's said back to you. And I don't think she's really experienced that. Like I've had her back relentlessly with her marriage, her business, her other relationships and things. So, I think she goes low and then like when it's not a good look for her, then she's like, just kidding. Like what she did with Trampoline with Eyes.
Right.
But I think when you take things too far, you're like isolating yourself. Yeah. Like I've never put myself in a position, and I don't want to, where I can't recover from something. Yeah. And if you're at a point where you have to be so nasty to someone and you have nothing else to talk about or to go like be relevant with, then I think it's not like a good look. Like not a good look. It's like you're like, you better check yourself because you've taken it a little too far. Your boundaries are skewed,
There's always and we felt that with your friendship with Meredith, right? But now it seems like you guys are in
with my
a
hot
great
mic
place.
moment.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That was never meant for public consumption. I mean, it is what it is. It happened. I did that. I vent. I still do it. Like I'll walk around my house like, fuck John. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, like, you are who you are.
Yeah.
Do I like? I didn't.
You're like, it was whispered under my breath, not me.
I was like literally like, get me out of here. I'm flying home. Yeah. I just think like with Meredith and I, we had a real friendship to begin with. So you have to choose, like, do I want that back, right? Like for her and for me. Like I obviously was feeling hurt and, ranted and would never want to hurt her family. I think they're like amazing and like redact. Everything. But, like I'm glad we got to a place like this, but it took like hard-hitting conversations, like conversations no one saw where I was like, this is why I felt so hurt by you. This is why I left the table. I left the table because I knew I was going to say a lot of stuff and I didn't want to be hurtful. And then, there's a boom outside my door.
Yeah. Now with this upcoming season, I know you can't tell us everything, just a little tease. Is there anything particularly you are not excited for it to air? Storyline of some sort?
I never think that way. Like this, I think some people have seen the first episode and, they're talking about like legal issues with me. We have like a million lawyers for a reason. We've been in business for 18 years. Like you're going to have lawsuits. And I think, like my SEC filing, which was not on Vita, which everyone likes to say it's Vita. It was on a new brand and we did it for a very specific reason. We've been in business for a long time. We own a lot of things. We do things for a reason. And if we're doing it, we know why we're doing it. We know why it's beneficial, blah, blah, blah. With that said, we do get sued. And like, I'm not embarrassed of it. Like I have like 3 friends being sued right now or that are suing people right now.
I mean, there's always legal problems on the Housewives and how, Salt Lake City,
but these
started
are not,
off with a big.
These are not criminal. Like you've been sued, they're civil. And there's a big difference between a civil and a criminal case. Anyone civilly can allege anything. And like, you have different business relationships and you do things. And, you know, sometimes like all of our lawsuits are dismissed, which like legally you can Google and look that up. But people are like, oh my gosh, are you like, I think they thought it was going to embarrass me or upset me. And I'm like, no, that's the cost of doing business. Like, that's why we have so many lawyers. We have lawyers in every state we do business. It's smart. And you have to cross your T's and dot your I's. We're in like everything from, you know, we manufacture tequila in Mexico. We have an import company. We have a lounge in Park City called Premier. I have Lux Marketing. We're investors in our kids brand and create other things. And sometimes I'm like, oh, it'd be nice if you guys celebrated my wins. I sold a company 2 years ago. No one ever talks about that. And, you know, like in the first episode, I'm sure you saw in the trailer, like, you know, like I feel like they're like always accusing me of things I don't do. Like I've never hurt any of their companies. I've always been supportive. I've purchased their products, bought gift certificates where like appropriate. And I just think it'd be nice sometimes to have someone say, like, Lisa's a fucking badass. Like, I hope I can say that.
Yes.
Yeah. No, like, Lisa's a fucking badass. Look at what
absolutely.
she does with Sundance. Look at all the things she's done. Instead of, like, being upset that I'm not in an RV, be like, oh, my gosh, that's so cool that she's at Blake Lively's premiere of Another Simple Favor and Ben Affleck's accountant, too. You know, like, that would be amazing. You know what I mean? Like, and that was my life Housewives. It's been my life since 2007. And I wish that would be embraced more. And instead of people like always trying to pin things on me, say like, you know what? She is super supportive. She's bought all my stuff. She's helped me sell products. She's referred me to her friends. Like I wish that would be showcased a little more, but it's not. And that's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But
Do you think like it's just maybe some of the relationships with the ladies, they just use it as ammo because they just,
then you're pretty boring.
Yeah, like they, right? It's just,
yeah, it's like you have nothing better to talk about. I mean, like I have grievances with all of them all the time that are like simple or big that are based on real like fact.
Yeah.
You know, I love fact. I love like, it's a Capricorn moon sign. I'm like, I need fact, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and so you know, it's frustrating sometimes, but it is what it is, you know?
How do you think your relationship with Whitney has changed? Because I feel like throughout every season, you know, we watch it like kind of get better and then get worse, and then kind of get better and then get worse, and then like, ooh, maybe could they be friends? But then they can't. Like it's just,
you know, I like I don't like to use the word like, oh, I gave you a chance or I had your back and I'm loyal. Like I hate those kind of terminology. We don't use that. Like I go up here. Do you ever go around being like, you know, not unless
it's kind of just like unspoken.
Yeah,
like,
it's unspoken. So I think for me that was kind of weird. And with Whitney, when I was her friend, so beyond genuine. I mean, like I feel like it was a one-sided friendship for me where I was like listening to her, helping her, giving her advice. Like even before the reunion, she would call me and say, is there anything you think I should focus on or whatever? And, you know, I'm a pragmatic person. So I'm like, well, this stuck out to me. And I feel like when they gain, then it's like we're done. And they'll accuse me of that, but there's no evidence of that. There's like evidence the other way.
Yeah.
And with my friends, I don't keep score. Like I'm like, hey, if we're good, we're good. If you're being nice to me, I'm going to match your energy and be nice back to you. But I think with her, I was so hopeful. Like at that one reunion, it was like I'm fighting her battles. I'm everything. And then I'm like, why do you do the switch up? Like, why would you have to weaponize things that I have nothing to do with when I've been like good to you? It's, you know, like those kind of things are always surprising to me, but it's human nature. And like she grew up one way, I grew up another way, and I am one way and she's another way. But I'm always open.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to continue to see
Yeah.
what, you know, what the, you
She
never,
bugs me sometimes this year, like big time. She knows when she's crossed a line too. You get a little note.
Well, you just know when, like, you just never know what the way all the friendships cycle.
Ours, it's like organically and inorganically changing.
Yes. We have seen you obviously as a mom on the show and with Jack going on a mission and being away for so long, and now I believe he's home.
He's home.
What
He's
was
so
that
cute.
experience like for you as a mom?
The first couple of months that he was gone, I love being a mom. Like my kids, like they need a kidney, they can have them. Like you need my eyes, I'll give them to you. I just think it was like so hard. You know, when kids are in like high school, you don't see him that much. As soon as he got a car, I feel like he would take Henry out. Like they have like their bro dates and like brother dates where they go to like a specific restaurant, get the same thing. I think it was hard on Henry. It was especially hard on me because I love being a mom. I love I miss like that daily, like, mom, fit checks, and like, does this look good? Should I wear this? Like, let's go to lunch. I missed all of that. I laid in his bed like almost every day and cried and made him videos, like these sappy videos, like of everything I love about him. I think it was the best thing that could have happened to him. It's hard. Going on a mission is extremely hard, especially with our faith. He gave up 2 years of his life to do service. You know, you're in a country that's predominantly another religion, and, you know, you're sharing like your views. And like, I think for a big thing for me with Jack going, I'm like, hey, I'm a convert. Remember, like, your grandfather's a convert, your grandmother's a convert, all your aunts and uncles are converts, and we're the only ones in our family that are Mormon. So I'm like, just remember, like, it's a choice, and what resonates with some people and their needs are different than others. So for him, I was like, make sure you're just going there and talking about redemption and how like every day is a new day and you can start over. And I think it was like a really great mission for him. He was in a bougie area in Colombia. Like, Jack went from like one good lifestyle to another. The missions are hard. You're up at like 5:30 in the morning. There's like study involved, and you know, helping people all day long until like 11 o'clock at night. You get one day off, and it's not even a full day. It's a half day. So I think it was great for him. He's fluent in Spanish. I think he learned a lot about culture, people, himself. I mean, he came back a man. He doesn't need me in the same capacity, which is hard, you know, but it's really impressive that he did that. And it's fun to see what he's going to do next.
How do they feel about watching you on TV? Or do they not watch?
They don't care. Like, they hear stuff from their friends, like, oh my gosh, Henry's had like some naughty kid in his friend group, like take a picture of me from the internet and then do some naughty stuff to the picture. And I had to call him. I was like, get over here right now. We're going to have a chit chat. I've already sent the picture to your parents.
Oh my gosh.
And his like parents apologized to me. And I'm like, I'm not mad at him. Like, kids do dumb stuff, but I'm like, he's naughty. He's being naughty.
Yeah, he's a bad egg.
But I think like Henry doesn't like when I'm immodest. Like, I'm usually always covered like from head to toe. They call it dressing single.
Yeah.
If you see something on the show, like I was in a bikini in Palm Springs, and he was like, get that off the internet now. Like,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So-
that is so true.
but they know who I am, so I think they're very comfortable with everything. I mean, raising them Mormon too, like Henry will be like, it looks like you were drinking on the show, Mom. And I'm like, wait, what?
You're like, wait, now I'm getting in trouble with my kids.
Right.
It's funny.
What is that dynamic like? Because do you kind of feel now, especially with Jack doing a mission, that his faith is so strong and maybe it's different from the rest of the family?
He's a very non-judgmental kid.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, I'm 21 in October. If you guys need help with Vita, I want to like learn the business. I don't think they've ever judged it. We haven't raised them in a way where like, I'm like, religion's a choice for everybody, no matter what faith you are. I'm like, you can pick and choose like what you need. Like, my mom's needs when she was so excited about the missionaries knocking on her door, the Mormon missionaries knocking on her door in New York, her needs at that time were so different than my needs have ever been, and mine are different. So I think with religion, it's supposed to be a positive thing, and he's never been judgmental. He does have a strong faith. I think a lot of people he doesn't push it on anyone, so I don't even know if they'd know he was Mormon if he didn't have a public platform to showcase it. But I don't know. I hope I'm answering the question, but I just
definitely.
I think he's like, it's going to take him a while to adjust to. Like there's been some hard times with him being home, because I feel like, you know, like I still look at him as like a little high school boy, and in some ways like he left that and he came home, and I'm like, get rid of all those clothes, you don't need them, let's evolve that. And you know, just how he interacts with me and John, you know, sometimes it's like, wait, like there's got to be boundaries. Like, how do we put new boundaries in place? It's complicated.
Definitely, because I'm sure he thinks
in
like
another
he's a
country.
full-grown adult now too.
Oh,
It's
yes,
like,
he does.
It's like, I lived on my own.
Yep.
I don't need you now. Like, I can do all this stuff by myself.
He says that almost verbatim.
Yeah.
So it's
You're
like,
like, well, we're all still living here together. So
It's my house.
That's very true.
John's relaxed about it. John will say, don't ask him where he's going. Don't ask him when he's coming home. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to sleep until you call me back. Like the first week he was home, I called him like 13 times in one night. Like, are you okay? Where are you? blah, blah, blah. And he's like, don't do that. And I'm like, how do I stop? I've stopped, but it's hard.
Yeah. Everything's going to be okay.
Yeah, just treat me like a roommate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody can get strong at Planet Fitness. They have a high-value membership that supports any fitness journey. There are over 2,700 club locations, with most clubs open 24 hours. Planet Fitness has the best-in-class equipment. It has the same high-quality equipment as other more expensive gyms. You can get whatever kind of workout you are looking for. Full workout, strength training, cardio, stretching. They have brand new plate-loaded machines, hack squats, supine benches, and calf raises. Plus, they have a friendly, welcoming staff. You can also try out their unlimited free fitness training. Whatever phase of your workout journey you're on, Planet Fitness has you covered. I think if you want to just maybe do a little cardio, work on the treadmill or the stairs, they have that. Great machines. Or you're looking to up your strength training, doing some lifting, whatever it is, Planet Fitness has you covered. Feel like it's great. You can get up, head to the gym, feel good about the rest of your day. Really, whatever. If you're a morning person, afternoon person, night person, Planet Fitness, most clubs are open 24 hours. So really, whatever you would like, you can work your fitness journey around, and Planet Fitness has you covered. We're all strong on this planet. Join today in club, online, or in the free Planet Fitness app. Hours, amenities, and offers vary by club. Check out planetfitness.com or stop by your local club for more information. You must be 18 years old to enroll, or 13 to 17 with a parent/guardian.
You know, we saw perhaps in the trailer just a little bit of some marital issues, I think, between you and John. So we don't really know all the full-fledged details. I'm sure when we're watching, we'll learn more about it.
I don't know how much more you're going to learn.
Yeah, well,
but
that's yeah, right. Other people are bringing it up, I guess. Right? So how does it feel now kind of having to, I guess, defend your marriage? Do you feel like that's what you have to do?
I feel like I've been defending my marriage every season. Like, John and I are in a monogamous relationship. We always have been. Like, I mean, that's a big part of our faith, too. You, save yourself for marriage and blah, blah, blah. And John was married before me, so obviously, he's been in a relationship before. I think marriage is beautiful and extremely hard. I think it's, I am very blessed, and grateful that I have such a great husband. John has always encouraged me to be me and to he'll even say I live to make you happy. And I know he genuinely means it. He's like, I'm not happy if you're not happy. If someone wrongs you, I feel wronged for you. I think when you've been married for 22 years, you definitely, you change. I got married in my 20s, late 20s. John was late 20s as well. And I think you are one way when you get married, and then you're evolving, and all the things that you do to make you either bring you closer together or creates divide. And we've always worked on being closer together, our whole marriage. And when we don't feel in sync, it doesn't feel good. It honestly feels horrible. And I think, you see that there's a psychic involved. The things he was saying about everything were so spot on, and stuff I'd never talked about. John's never talked about, from where John's foot hurts. He's 6'4". He's an athlete. He's been having this consummate pain in the top part of his foot. And he brings that up. Who's the water sign? How do you know John's a Scorpio? It was crazy. And stuff that you don't say out loud that you maybe think. And I think just with how I was feeling with my friends, and then that coupled with how I was feeling about me and John, it really struck a chord for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I think we'll see it all play out for sure. But that is something I do feel
our
you
marriage
always
is
have to bring it up every season.
Attack,
someone says something.
I mean, John's not getting jerked off while I'm making out with girls. That was so dumb. And it's also people believe it. Some people believe it. It's on YouTube, and I'm like, why would you ever think do we give off that vibe? No.
Yeah. Right.
No.
Right. Well, I was gonna ask, is there anything you wish people knew more context to? And I guess maybe it could be rumors like that, where people just believe it, or another.
I'm not a smoker. I have a very low voice. It's probably because I talk a lot. That's
Hey, I feel you on that.
I tried one, and my kids don't even know this. Now they're gonna know. I tried one cigarette in college, and I was like, "Do I look French?" And my friend is like, "No." So I'm like,
That's
"We're
what
done.
happens,
We're
right.
done."
Really, what most people
when you
trust.
smoke, and you're from the East Coast, it looks one way, and then when you're in Paris or something, it looks a lot cooler.
Exactly, exactly.
That
But I
is
like tried it
true.
with my friend and roommate. She was like deciding she wanted to smoke, and I was like, I'll try one. And then I'm like, it's not for me, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm very close with my family. I think that I think the audience can feel that though. Like that's not something like I need to dispel. We're in a monogamous relationship though. Like I love John. He's my person. I'm his person. I said this yesterday, and I probably don't like to say it too much because my mom said this and then my parents got divorced, but she was like, we're going to die like the Notebook and like holding hands.
Right.
But I'm like, I fight for my marriage. I like work really hard on it. No marriage is easy.
Yeah.
Are you guys married now?
We
Yes,
are,
we are
yes,
married.
So you get it. Like it's ebbs and flows. And I
Yeah.
think you change as a person what you want to change as a person. But I mean, there's so much stuff made up about me by my castmates, but I wish people would, instead of always trying to find cracks in like what I do professionally, I wish they would embrace it and be like, oh my gosh, I created a marketing company. It's experiential marketing. I don't just do events. I do full on branding of create products, work with amazing people, bring them to market. Some you don't even know I'm a part of or John's a part of, and then we sell it, right? Like I sold a company 2 years ago when people are like, oh, all she cares about is labels. No, there's no labels on me. If you can figure out what it is, great. But like, it's not, that doesn't define me. I like what I like. I find what I like and I wear that. But like, I think the like idea that I'm a shallow person is kind of annoying because I help a lot of people. I mentor a lot of women. And I think that part's hard. I've been an advocate in our community for a very long time for, like the LGBTQIA community. My grandfather was gay. I've always been like, let's fight for the LGBTQIA rights, things like that. And I don't do it for show. Like it's because that's where my heart is. And I think that one of my friends just brought up something and it made me cry. Like he has like a really funny TikTok page, and he was talking about stuff that I'm like, I didn't even know that like impacted him. And that's more important to me. And like how my kids are with impact for, foster care and other groups that don't get a lot of attention, but
when you're on reality TV, it's going to be hard to fix every rumor, thought that somebody has
can't.
About you. It's
I'm very
uncontrollable.
comfortable with people not thinking good things about me anymore.
I think there's also a difference between like genuinely being shallow and carrying those kinds of moral values and sometimes just liking nice things.
Yeah.
Like
there's nothing wrong with that.
Like I think sometimes you just like nice things. That doesn't make you shallow in all aspects of life. I've said sometimes you don't want to fly economy.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I mean, I'm working for a plane. That's what John and I have a goal. Like we want our own plane.
Yeah.
But I think it's also like all of what you just said. 100% of that. I think. One thing is if you work hard, the byproduct of hard work is money. And I think you have to be generous with money. I think you can't be, I even tell my kids, I'm like, we're not selfish. Don't ever be selfish. You start hoarding it and then you lose it,
Yeah.
And I think like for me, I think it's, my dad and I were walking through the airport, like our flights happened to come in. I was coming in from Miami. He was coming in from London, where our gates were like right next to each other. And I had on Christian Louboutin. I just said that wrong. Christian Louboutin shoes. I was like, wait, the other one? No, it's the Louboutin. Yeah. Christian Louboutins, and they were like all embellished. And my dad's like, oh my gosh, how much did you pay for those? And every person that walked by would be like, love your shoes, girl. Love your shoes. Love those. And I'm like, valuation is subjective. And the value I put on these is different than you.
Right.
Yeah. It's all about valuation.
Very, very true.
That is so true. You have been, I think, the queen of some one-liners on this franchise. Truly, like some of these moments, you've given us some of the best reality TV moments, and even just from the trailer, of Angie trying to come for you, and you're like, I've never had a facelift. I just have 12, whatever it is.
Do you know what
threads on both sides?
Do you guys know what threads are?
I don't think I do.
Threads are magic. When you get to like 40 and you're like, I just want to look a little more singed. And like I've always been open about it too. I love threads. I think maybe one of the Jenner girls. I do them, and I don't have 12 in both sides of my face. 12 total.
Okay. And
6
is it like
on each
actually
side.
Something like goes in your face and pulls it?
It is like I mean, it's terrifying. You should watch a video. John watches me get my threads. I love them. They go up my jawline. I don't like Botox and filler.
Yeah.
Like my mom's very natural. She's 73, looks beautiful. And she, like East Coast humidity, young, keeps you young.
Yeah.
But
The oily skin keeps
the sides. I don't do any through the center of my face, all perimeter. And she just puts these, there's a surgical thread. They promote collagen
I'm
in your
picturing
face.
like an eyebrow thread going into your face. You know, like
they're
when you get your
barbed.
eyebrows.
Oh no, honey, they're barbed. You got to look them up. I get the barbed ones. There are smooth ones, but they don't work. Don't even waste your time with those. But if you get the barbed ones, like you can't, like they're gonna hurt. But
I gotta look this up now.
Honey, they're
love
barbed.
ASMR.
Settle with me.
I love ASMR. Like I never
do
did
I.
before, and
Yeah.
now I'm like addicted to it.
I love ASMR.
You would love it. It's like does this up the sides of your head, but she puts them in the sides of your face. She starts like like you can tell when I get them because there's an entry point and you can usually see it for like a week, and it goes up through your skull and it anchors and on the muscles. And
Wait, what do you mean into your?
Oh yeah, it
brain?
goes into like
into your skull?
the layer
Inside.
between your hair follicles and something else.
Okay.
I'm not a
feel
doctor. Like I'm not gonna pretend.
Yeah.
When the first time I got him, I was like, okay, I'm going to Miami. I'm going to look great. I was flying with my girlfriend on her plane to Miami. The whole plane ride, I sat there and I was like, I can't move. And like you move like a little like this and it like hits something and you're like, it's like that jolting feeling. I'll be in conversations with people and I'll turn my head in the first week and I'm like, oh, that's just like a shock, like painful shock, like jolting shock. But they look amazing. It's a good way to not have toxins in your body. Like Botox is botulism. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like instead of having that by your brain, it's
But
like
you're putting a barbed.
they use them
thing
for
into your brain.
surgeries.
Yeah.
Not in your brain, in your
your skull, but it's right there.
Yeah. It's you know what
Oh my
though?
God,
the first time
I
you
gotta
get
look
them,
this
they're
up. I know.
painful. After you do them, I've been doing them since I was 41.
Yeah.
And like after you do them, you get used to them. You can tell when I have them and when I don't have them. There's also a picture, dispelling icky things about me on the line. There's a guy that posted a video of me last year at FanFest, and he's like, "Look how ugly your face is." The lighting was bad. I have pictures of me everywhere else unfiltered, and I'm like, I look good. You can watch me on TV. There's
Sometimes
no
a
filter
light
on there.
can catch somebody in the
Shadows
wrong
on your
way.
face
Oh my God.
accentuate.
Yeah.
You
I
all of a
open my
sudden
own
this.
front camera sometimes. I'm
But
like,
threads,
oh.
when you get old enough to need them,
So how often do you?
Once a year. If I really want to look
Do they
cinched
take
all the
out
time,
do they take it
they
out
dissolve
and then
in your
put it-
face.
Oh my
They dissolve,
goodness.
and they're like they use them in surgeries.
Yeah.
So they're like
yeah.
surgical threads. They create collagen in your skin, so it keeps you lifted longer. Like so, like filler. I don't like.
Yeah.
I'm very anti-filler. I
You're
think
5 steps ahead. Everyone.
Yeah.
Like that's.
But when I said that, people are like,
have
"Oh,
you
she's
tried
got threads."
Botox and filler before?
Oh
and then
yeah, I've
switched
done a little.
over?
I probably will get a little Botox right here because I don't wear my readers or glasses and my contacts, and I can't get my contacts out because of my nails. And I'm like, nails are a sight. Like I'm going with the nails. But like, yeah, I'm like, we're just not going to see. Someone can read the menu for me.
Yes.
But like I literally, I forgot what the question was because I digress. But
I asked if
no,
you've
no.
gotten filler or Botox.
You know, I don't
Before
mind
say
it. I did
something
the
a little here.
Yeah, I just like my 11s. I think is
Yeah.
good, and I think that Botox can drop your eyebrows and make your lids look saggy, so that's a little scary. And when you start really young. I grew up with a natural mom. I don't know if you guys remember me saying this, but like
Yes.
she started a co-op and I lived on carob chips and banana chips and like dried mango, and it's healthy. And I think if you take good care of your body, you guys are both so beautiful and have insane skin.
Thank you.
And you have the East Coast humidity on your side. You guys won't need it for a while, but I think it's not a bad thing. But if you overdo Botox, it changes the way you age.
I think you absolutely see it.
Yeah.
And
I
make
think people
ton
talk
now,
about
too.
that a
And,
ton.
you see young, especially really young girls doing it
Yeah.
now, and it's I think
We
it's-
haven't ventured into
Yeah,
that
yeah.
yet.
How old are you
Yeah.
guys? You're young babies.
I'm 30, almost 31 in
and you
2
look,
weeks.
it's that East Coast humidity.
Yeah, I just turned 28.
Aw,
Yeah.
Those are like the best years of your life. Oh,
Yes, we did.
The
We're
best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
28 was impactful, 38 was impactful, 45. It just gets
Yeah.
better. And I think now everyone looks prettier and younger forever.
That is that is true. That
It is
true.
crazy when you look
Laser.
at. You're just
I
like,
got a CO2 laser. Amazing. Amazing.
that?
I have seen those.
You know what?
Yeah.
I was a little nervous because like I have like a lot of fat in my face still. So I was terrified that I was gonna lose my fat pads under my eyes. And I was on Watch What Happens Live with Molly Sims, and she's like, don't do it. And she has a beautiful skincare line, so I get, and beautiful face, beautiful skin. I get why she told me not to do it. Because she's like, it'll take away your barrier. Your barrier will come back. But it really just got rid of all of like the texture on the top layer of my face, which was amazing. Yeah, it's so good.
I mean, well,
I could talk about this stuff all day.
I know. I was going to say, and
I'm
we could
interested
too.
in learning.
We really could too. I know. Sadly, we do kind of have to wrap up, but I know that you.
Like,
I'm having so much fun, but it's like the last thing I wanted to ask you, because I do feel like I see you with so many other Bravo personalities, and you have so many friendships across different franchises. If you're going out in New York City, and let's say, like, I know BravoCon they do in Vegas now, but let's say BravoCon's back in New York, and you are planning a dinner, who's coming to the dinner?
You know what? I love Lisa Milan's vibe. I haven't spent a ton of time with her, but I love her vibe. I think we're very similar. I would have Lisa Milan there. I love all the Lisas. Yeah. Right? So I'd have all the Lisas.
Just a Lisa dinner. Honestly, they should do something like that.
That would be so fun.
Yeah,
like a little girl's trip with Lisas. I love Marisol. I think she's so witty.
Love Marisol.
Like underground funny, like so hilarious. Alexia's amazing. I love Emily on the OC. I think she's just a really good, grounded person. You know, like they have a fun cast. Oh my gosh, who am I missing? I feel like there's so many. Potomac,
so many.
I like. I think there's great girls on Potomac. I was in with Ashley in London last year, and she is very cool.
Yeah.
I never thought we would like be like friends because she's like younger. I think about her like probably more like Whitney. They're very different.
Right.
Very different.
Right.
Giselle's amazing. Karen Huger is great. Welcome home, Karen. The girls on New York are great. I love Erin Lichty. I like her style. She has like a really street style. Caroline Radziwill, I think that's how you say her name. The right way, because I've heard it a couple different ways. Her style is really good. I loved when she showed up in like a Saint Laurent motorcycle jacket and Levi's.
Did you
gorgeous.
see that picture of her at that wedding walking in with Harry Styles?
Oh, amazing. She's amazing. She has a hot little body too.
Yeah, she does.
But I think like Erin's really cool. Uba's very fun. And you know, I meet them all through Bravo type events. It's like part of a sorority when you're on Bravo. And so there's so many, they're on the show for a reason. They're cool and are interesting. Well, most of them. The ones I just named.
Well, we're so excited to watch this season.
Excited.
We're so happy that Salt Lake City is back. It really is just, we were saying it before we started, top tier.
It really is. And anytime
tier.
you talk to somebody who maybe doesn't watch a lot of Bravo shows, they always watch Salt Lake City.
Yes. Or when I'm asked,
I love that.
Now when I'm asked like people who've never watched Housewives, they're like, where to go? I'm like, Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
It's
thank you
absolutely.
guys.
So
I remember when they announced it at BravoCon and everyone was like, what?
We were like, no, this is going to be interesting.
And you know what?
Sure is.
It totally worked out. So
Yes.
Lisa, thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
guys
joining us.
for having me.
And everyone, make sure you're tuning in to the Salt Lake City premiere Bravo Tuesday, September 16th.
Yes.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. The best show on earth. Make sure you get those tickets for the tour. We can't wait to see you guys. We love you, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Yeah, Chicks in the Office. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Look at the charts, who does it the best? 2 chicks getting paid in reality checks. You can find them at the gym, it's not even